Imagine a country, right, projecting this absolute terrifying military dominance on the world stage. Like they're launching hypersonic missiles and parading aircraft carriers.
Yeah. But at the same time, they're so terrified of their own citizens that they treat, like, internet pop-up ads as a national security threat.
Right. Welcome to today's deep dive into the week's key spy stories and security intelligence updates out of Eurasia. We are so glad you are here with us. Okay, let's unpack this, because that bizarre split-screen reality is exactly what we are seeing right now from both Russia and China.
It really is the ultimate split screen, isn't it? Take Russia's outward diplomatic signaling right now. I mean, it is just pure confidence. Moscow is loudly claiming that Western sanctions are, completely failing.
Yeah, they frame the whole situation as just a proxy warfare dynamic that they are legally countering.
Exactly. They're even sending representatives to the upcoming G20 preparatory meetings in Washington to supposedly help reshape the global economic framework.
But wait, if things are going so well for them economically and militarily, why are we seeing such a massive internal crackdown?
Right. They can't exactly hide that part.
Like, you can't admit your own people are turning on you. It's like a failing company putting up expensive, glossy billboards all over town while secretly forcing its remaining employees to work double shifts under armed guard.
That analogy hits the nail on the head, honestly, because the domestic reality they are hiding behind that polished diplomacy is pretty grim.
Yeah, we're seeing a sustained surge in secret treason and espionage convictions in military courts.
Since the war began, yes. It's
Yeah.
this major structural shift toward widespread secrecy and incredibly severe sentencing. On top of that, contract soldier recruitment is just plummeting.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're having to rely on these coercive recruitment practices just to maintain frontline numbers.
And to keep the public aligned with this, I mean, they need a scapegoat.
Precisely. That's why Russian security services recently publicized a thwarted bombing plot in a Donetsk court.
Oh, right. They claim the suspect was recruited online by Ukrainian intelligence.
Exactly. By showcasing these external threats, they create a narrative that justifies, expanded surveillance and preventive arrests across the board.
So they're just projecting strength to mask internal panic. And they aren't doing this in isolation. I mean, we just saw Chinese naval cadets arrive in Vladivostok for military-to-military engagement with Russia.
Right. They're literally sharing playbooks.
Is China mirroring this same sort of tough on the outside, terrified on the inside strategy?
Absolutely. Beijing is engaged in simultaneous external flexing. I mean, the PLA Navy's newest aircraft carrier, the Fujian, just transited the Taiwan Strait amidst frequent naval formations.
Yeah, and we're seeing their aircraft make daily median line crossings. They're intentionally breaching the unofficial maritime border with Taiwan to normalize their presence.
Exactly. And complementing this was the aggressive public debut of their DF-17 hypersonic missile in live-fire drills.
And the reason a hypersonic missile is such a massive flex isn't just about how fast it goes, right?
Right. It's that its trajectory is completely unpredictable. It maneuvers mid-flight at extreme speeds.
Which basically renders traditional missile defense systems virtually useless.
Yes, they are explicitly showcasing their mobility and rapid launch capabilities to the world.
But see, here's where it gets really interesting for you listening. It's one thing to build aircraft carriers and hypersonic glide vehicles. It's entirely another to view a random internet pop-up ad as a threat to the state.
Yeah, the digital squeeze is tightening rapidly. Take indium, for example.
Metal.
Yes, the metal. There's sudden, intense export scrutiny on this material. I mean, indium is absolutely vital for manufacturing touchscreens and semiconductors, which, form the physical backbone of AI data infrastructure.
So they are locking down the raw materials of the future.
Exactly. But you mentioned pop-up ads, and that's where the paranoia becomes truly granular. The Ministry of State Security actually issued a warning that commercial internet pop-ups are being used for foreign intelligence collection.
Come on, pop-up ads. Are they really that desperate to control every single piece of information? Like, how does a pop-up ad actually collect intelligence?
Well, what's fascinating here is it sounds absurd until you look at the mechanism. A seemingly random e-commerce pop-up can be coded to harvest browser cookies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it can track your geolocation and quietly scrape your search habits in the background. The ministry isn't afraid of the ads themselves. They're terrified of that microscopic data harvesting.
It makes you rethink every time you click close on a random ad on your own phone.
Right. But the control isn't stopping at digital information. It is expanding into human biology.
Wait, biology?
Yes, China is now reinforcing rules that mandate the domestic deposition of all genetic and biomedical data.
Meaning they are hoarding their population's DNA.
Essentially, yes. Before any genomic datasets can be transferred or published overseas, the state must secure a copy locally.
So in practice, this means they are integrating human biology into their national security framework, ensuring the government has absolute control over the biological blueprints of its citizens.
Exactly. Both of these regimes are aggressively blurring the lines.
When you step back and look at this, the implications are just staggering.
They really are. There is no longer a clear distinction between routine diplomacy, battlefield operations, and absolute domestic surveillance.
Every single domain, right?
Yeah.
Military, economic, digital, and now biological. It's all being weaponized and locked down.
Exactly.
Which leaves you with this to think about. As these nations lock down everything from digital pop-up ads to human DNA, will the next major front line of global conflict be fought over our biological data rather than physical territory?